This is how you lose your mojo, it's how you lose your why, because you get caught up in what Stephen Covey calls the thick of thin things. Okay, the thick of thin things. In other words, things that don't matter, things that aren't important to you. Covey also says it's very possible for each of us to climb the ladder of success only to find that it's been leaning against the wrong wall all along. I'm going to put to you that many of you have been climbing a ladder that's been leaning against the wrong wall. I don't know all of you personally, well I do know quite a few in this room, right? But you've got to ask yourself, is my ladder leaning against the right wall? Seriously, write that down so you don't forget that, right? Is my ladder leaning against the right wall? There's a point in my career where I actually climbed the ladder up the wrong wall. Okay, I lost myself for at least about a year of my life. Okay, by focusing on the wrong things. Yeah, and it's very, very easy to do. Trouble is, the more rungs you invest in climbing, the more you think, well, I've come this far, and you know, winners never quit and quitters never win, so I've got to keep climbing this ladder. Okay, all that does, it takes you higher and higher up the wrong wall. Stop. Because that's exactly what you would say to your clients, isn't it? You see them going in the wrong direction, would you say stop? And let's do this instead. Have you thought about this? Most of you as coaches aren't doing that for yourselves. Okay, so it's time to get that mojo back, right? So I believe that, to be honest, I believe most of you don't want to be trainers and you never did. So this is now moving on from another stage. You don't want to be trainers. Okay, and the reason you don't want to be trainers is ultimately training, or being a trainer is just about training. And we know for a fact that you can't change a person's life for a training program. Okay, here's 3 sets of bench press, here's 3 sets of squats, and here's X number of whatever, right? There you go. Isn't your life changed? Don't you feel better as a person? Don't you think that everything's tickety-boo moving in the right direction? No, we know that doesn't work. You don't change a person's life purely through a diet either. Because if you did, you'd give people diets and they'd go, wow, my life has changed, I feel brilliant, I'm never going back to that person I ever was before. Okay, and we heard from Kerry yesterday, that's not what it's like. Okay, that's not what it's like at all. We cannot win the kind of the battles we face as fitness professionals through diet and exercise alone. We know that we can't, right? Which is why being a trainer and thinking of yourself as a trainer and putting that label in your head of being a trainer is probably not going to serve you, and it's not going to serve your clients as best as it could.